Jessica of the Valkyrie did not fear much. She was a decorated warrior of the Galactic Union, born with armor-like scales and strength that could crush steel rods with her bare hands. On her homeworld, children grew up wrestling stone lions. On the battlefield, she had defeated foes 3 times her size, and now she faced a human. Harry stood across the training arena, a simple man in rugged cargo pants, a plain black shirt, and a calm expression that never changed. He looked like someone who should be cleaning hallways, not standing opposite a war champion. His physique wasn't bulky like most soldiers she knew. He looked ordinary. That annoyed her. The Galactic Union had recently discovered Earth, a planet full of creatures who were louder, more emotional, and more stubborn than any species he had encountered. Humans were new, unpredictable, and rumored to be absurdly durable. Jessica decided to test one. "Human," she growled, pointing her electrified dueling blade at his chest. "I challenge you. One-on-one combat. Prove your species belongs in the Union." Harry sighed. He had joined the diplomatic exchange as an engineer, not a fighter. But Earth was watching. Billions of eyes waited to see if he could stand tall against the galaxy's strongest. "I accept," he said simply. The arena roared. Dozens of species filled the stands, some cheering for bloodshed, others curious about what this hairless creature might achieve. Jessica paced forward. Harry didn't flinch. His posture remained relaxed, too relaxed. His hands rested on his belt, where a simple holodol hung. He had no armor, no weapon. "You enter a duel unarmed?" Jessica mocked. "What arrogance!" "Don't need a weapon," Harry replied. "Humans come equipped with plenty." Laughter erupted in the audience. Jessica sneered. "When I defeat you, perhaps they will finally understand the weakness of your kind." Harry shrugged. "Maybe. Or maybe they'll understand why you should rethink this." The duel began. Jessica lunged, moving like a thunderbolt. Her blade crackled and sliced through the air, where Harry's head had been, but he had already stepped aside with surprising agility. He didn't strike. He just dodged. She attacked again, each swing faster than the last. The ground cracked under her movements. Yet Harry always slipped just out of reach, like he knew her attacks before she made them. The spectators' laughter quieted. Jessica snarled, frustration rising. "Stand and fight, human." Harry smiled politely. "A duel isn't always about trading hits. Sometimes it's about not getting hit. No warrior says such cowardice." "On Earth," Harry replied, "warriors say it all the time." He finally moved offensively. One step forward, a single flick of his hand. Jessica barely saw the motion. His knuckles tapped her armored abdomen. Just a tap, but the shockwaves staggered her backward. Her feet dug trenches in the ground as she caught herself. A hush fell over the arena. How could such a small strike push a Valkyrie war champion? Her eyes widened. "What are you?" Harry just pointed down to his belt, where a bulky, reinforced protective harness hung. Many species used such support gear for armor or weapons. But humans? They had developed it for a far simpler reason. Human anatomy was built differently. Center of gravity, muscular leverage, bone density. And yes, a little extra biological presence. Jessica noticed. The audience noticed. The Valkyrie were a proud species, but also extremely sensitive to comparative measurements, especially regarding symbols of physical supremacy. A ripple of awkward silence moved through the stands. Harry coughed. "It's just part of human physiology. Nothing special." But Jessica knew better. Among the Union's warriors, physical presence mattered. And Harry, despite being a smaller mammal, was built for raw, shocking power. His protective harness wasn't decoration. It was necessary. Without it, a misjudged movement could injure himself or others. Humans weren't weak. They were compressed power waiting to explode. Her blade wavered. What kind of species needs protection for that? She asked quietly. The kind that evolved to sprint, jump, and fight while surviving constant environmental threats, Harry replied. Earth is rough. We grew up dealing with gravity that would crush many aliens here. Our bodies developed differently. He stepped closer, no longer evading. You challenged a human thinking we break easily, he said. But we were born on a death world. Everything on our planet is trying to kill us. And we survive anyway. Jessica backed up a step. It was the first time she had done that in years. Harry sighed, apologetic. Look, I don't want to hurt you. Let's end it here? She swung again, more from pride than anger. Harry caught the blade between two fingers. Metal squealed. Electricity surged across his skin, but he held it. He gently twisted. Jessica's weapon fell apart in sparkling shards. Gasps filled the arena. Harry wasn't smirking. He wasn't celebrating. He simply released the broken blade and let the silence answer the question everyone now feared to ask. What happens if humans stop holding back? Jessica dropped to one knee, not from injury, but respect. I concede, she said, voice steady. Humanity has earned its place. The arena erupted. Not laughter, applause, cheers, awe. Harry helped Jessica stand. For what it's worth, he said softly, you're one hell of a fighter. She placed a scaled hand on his shoulder. And you, human, are a terrifying creature. There was no insult in her tone, only admiration. Later, in the debriefing chamber, the Galactic Council whispered among themselves about anatomy, physics, and the strange strength of the human body. About the species that survived hurricanes, volcanoes, and predators with teeth larger than their heads. About the resilience of a creature who smiled while dancing on the edge of death. Earth had arrived in the galaxy, and the galaxy understood. Humans were not to be underestimated.